Welcome back to the SlimSync kitchen. Today we're making 5 vibrant, super quick vegetarian pasta dishes, perfect for healthy eating and packed with flavor. Forget hours in the kitchen. These recipes are your weeknight lifesavers, delicious, nutritious, and ready in 10 minutes. We'll use clever swaps and fresh ingredients, from zucchini noodles to chickpea and lentil pastas. Whether you're vegetarian or just want to eat lighter, you'll love these. Get your pans ready. 5 pastas, 5 vibes, all quick, easy, and unbelievably tasty. Let's get cooking. First up, we're making zucchini noodles with pesto and cherry tomatoes, a dish that truly captures the essence of summer on a plate. It's vibrant, fresh, and so easy to whip up, you'll want to make it all season long. Whether you're looking for a light lunch, a quick dinner, or a healthy side, this recipe is a go-to for anyone craving something delicious and nourishing. Start by spiralizing your zucchini into long, curly zoodles. If you don't have a spiralizer, don't worry. A simple julienne peeler or even a sharp knife will do the trick. The goal is to create noodle-like strands that mimic pasta, but with a fraction of the calories and carbs. Zucchini is not only low in calories, but it's also packed with vitamins, minerals, and hydration, making it a fantastic base for this dish. Heat a large skillet over medium-high heat and add a drizzle of good olive oil. Toss in your zoodles and sauté them quickly. Just a minute or two is all you need. You want them to soften slightly but still retain a bit of crunch so they don't turn mushy. This quick sauté brings out their natural sweetness and keeps the texture lively, just like al dente pasta. Next, add a generous handful of cherry tomatoes to the pan. Let them cook until their skins start to blister and they begin to burst, releasing their sweet, tangy juices. The combination of warm tomatoes and zucchini is a match made in heaven, and the colors make this dish as beautiful as it is tasty. Once your tomatoes are perfectly blistered, take the pan off the heat. Now it's time for the star ingredient, pesto. Add a generous spoonful, whether it's homemade with fresh basil, garlic, pine nuts, and olive oil, or a high-quality store-bought version with clean ingredients. The pesto brings a burst of herby, garlicky flavor that ties everything together. Gently toss everything together so the pesto coats every strand of zucchini and mingles with the juicy tomatoes. The aroma at this stage is absolutely mouth-watering, and you'll see the vibrant green pesto clinging to the noodles, making each bite flavorful and satisfying. Now plate up your zucchini noodles. For a finishing touch, sprinkle over some toasted pine nuts for crunch, a handful of fresh basil leaves for extra fragrance, and a little grated Parmesan, or your favorite plant-based cheese. These toppings add texture, richness, and a pop of color that makes the dish feel special. What you have now is a dish that's light, fresh, and bursting with flavor. It's everything you love about pasta, but without the heaviness, perfect for hot days or when you want something that won't weigh you down. Plus, it's gluten-free and vegetarian, so it fits a variety of diets. In just 10 minutes, you've created a nutrient-packed meal that looks and tastes like it came from a fancy restaurant. The colors are stunning, the flavors are bright, and the textures are just right. It's proof that healthy food can be both beautiful and satisfying. Eating healthy doesn't have to be complicated or boring. With simple, fresh ingredients and a few easy steps, you can enjoy a meal that's as nourishing as it is delicious. This zucchini noodle dish is a perfect example. Quick, easy, and full of flavor. Give it a try and you might just be surprised at how much you love it, even if you're a die-hard pasta fan. The combination of flavors and textures is truly irresistible, and it's a great way to sneak more veggies into your day. Once you're done, cleanup is a breeze. Just a quick wipe of the pan and you're ready for your next kitchen adventure. No piles of dishes, no complicated steps, just simple, wholesome cooking. Ready to keep the healthy inspiration going? Let's dive into the next recipe and discover more ways to make vegetables the star of your plate. Next up, we're making chickpea pasta with spinach and sun-dried tomatoes. A dish that's not only delicious, but also a true protein-packed powerhouse. If you're looking for a meal that's both satisfying and nourishing, this is it. Chickpea pasta is a fantastic alternative to traditional wheat pasta, offering more protein and fiber, and it's naturally gluten-free, making it a great choice for just about anyone. Start by bringing a large pot of salted water to a rolling boil. Pour in your chickpea pasta and give it a gentle stir to prevent sticking. Chickpea pasta cooks a bit differently than regular pasta, so keep an eye on it. It usually takes about 7 to 9 minutes to reach that perfect al dente texture. While it cooks, you'll notice the water gets a little cloudy. That's just the starches being released, which will help us later. While the pasta is bubbling away, let's get started on the flavor base. Thinly slice a few cloves of garlic and roughly chop a generous handful of sun-dried tomatoes. Heat a good splash of olive oil in a large skillet. If you want to amp up the flavor, use some of the oil from the sun-dried tomato jar. Sauté the garlic until it's fragrant and just turning golden, then add in the sun-dried tomatoes. The aroma at this stage is incredible, and it sets the tone for the whole dish. Next, pile in a mountain of fresh spinach. It might look like a lot at first, but spinach wilts down dramatically as it cooks, so don't be shy. This step not only adds a vibrant green color, but also packs the dish with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. Stir the spinach gently until it's just wilted and tender. Season the spinach mixture with a generous pinch of salt and a few cracks of black pepper. Toss everything together until the spinach is silky, bright green, and well coated in the garlicky, tomato-infused oil. This is where the flavors really start to come together. Before you drain the pasta, don't forget to save a ladleful of that starchy pasta water. This liquid gold is key to creating a creamy, cohesive sauce without any cream. The starches in the water help bind everything together and give the final dish a luscious texture. Drain the pasta and add it straight into the pan with your spinach and sun-dried tomatoes. Pour in a splash of the reserved pasta water and start tossing everything together. The heat will help the flavors meld, and the pasta water will create a silky sauce that clings to every bite. Keep tossing until the pasta is glossy, well mixed, and every piece is coated in that savory, garlicky sauce. If it looks a little dry, just add another splash of pasta water until you reach your desired consistency. To finish, drizzle over a bit more good olive oil for richness, and sprinkle with chili flakes if you like a little heat. You could also add a squeeze of lemon for brightness, or a handful of fresh herbs like basil or parsley for extra freshness. The result is a vibrant, hearty, and deeply satisfying pasta dish that's absolutely loaded with plant-based protein and fiber. The chickpea pasta gives it a nutty flavor and a toothsome bite, while the spinach and sun-dried tomatoes add color, nutrition, and a burst of Mediterranean flavor. This meal is rustic, quick to prepare, and perfect for busy weeknights when you want something wholesome but don't have a lot of time. It's also incredibly versatile. Feel free to toss in other veggies you have on hand, or top with toasted pine nuts or vegan parmesan for extra crunch and flavor. Serve it up hot and enjoy the bold, sun-drenched Mediterranean flavors in every bite. It's a dish that feels both comforting and energizing, perfect for sharing with family or friends. And just like that, you've got a nourishing, flavor-packed meal on the table. Let's move on to the next dish. Let's switch things up with a dish that's as unique as it is delicious. Shirataki noodles with garlic and mushrooms. If you've never tried shirataki noodles before, you're in for a treat. These translucent, gelatinous noodles are made from the konjac yam, and they're famous for being incredibly low in calories and carbs, making them a favorite for anyone looking to enjoy noodles without the guilt. Their texture is slightly chewy, and they're perfect for soaking up bold flavors. Start by rinsing the shirataki noodles thoroughly under cold running water. This step is important. It helps remove their natural, slightly earthy aroma. Once rinsed, transfer the noodles to a hot, dry, non-stick pan. Dry frying them for a few minutes not only improves their texture, making them less rubbery, but also helps them better absorb the flavors of the sauce later on. Give them a gentle toss until most of the moisture has evaporated. Set the noodles aside for now. In the same pan, add a generous splash of olive oil and a small knob of butter. Toss in thick sliced chestnut mushrooms, or any variety you love. Sauté them over medium-high heat, letting them brown and caramelize. This step brings out their natural umami and gives the dish a rich, savory base. Don't rush. Let the mushrooms get golden and slightly crispy on the edges. Next, add thinly sliced garlic and a touch of freshly grated ginger to the pan. As they hit the heat, you'll notice a wonderful aroma filling your kitchen. Sauté just until the garlic turns golden and the ginger becomes fragrant. This infuses the oil and mushrooms with deep, complex flavors. If you like a little heat, you can also add a pinch of chili flakes at this stage. Now it's time to build the sauce. Pour in a splash of soy sauce or tamari for a gluten-free option, followed by a dash of rice vinegar to add brightness and balance. Finish with a drizzle of toasted sesame oil, which brings a nutty aroma and depth to the dish. Stir everything together, making sure the mushrooms are well coated and the flavors start to meld. Allow the sauce to bubble and reduce for a minute or two. This concentrates the flavors and thickens the sauce slightly, so it clings beautifully to the noodles. The mushrooms will soak up the savory, tangy, and slightly sweet notes. becoming even more delicious. Return the dry-fried shirataki noodles to the pan. Toss everything together, making sure the noodles are evenly coated in the glossy, umami-rich sauce. The noodles will absorb the flavors, transforming from plain to absolutely mouth-watering. Keep tossing until everything is well combined and heated through. As the noodles soak up the sauce, you'll notice them glistening and taking on a beautiful sheen. This is when you know they're ready. The combination of chewy noodles, savory mushrooms, and aromatic garlic and ginger makes every bite deeply satisfying, yet the dish remains incredibly light and easy to digest. For the finishing touch, sprinkle over a generous handful of chopped spring onions and a scattering of toasted sesame seeds. These add a fresh crunch and a burst of color, making the dish as beautiful as it is tasty. If you like, a squeeze of lime or a dash of chili oil can add an extra layer of flavor. What you end up with is a bowl of noodles that's virtually carb-free, yet absolutely packed with flavor. It's a perfect option for anyone watching their carbs or calories, but still craving something hearty and comforting. You won't believe how satisfying this can be. This dish is quick to make, healthy, and totally delicious. It's ideal for busy weeknights, meal prep, or whenever you want a nourishing meal that doesn't weigh you down. Plus, it's vegetarian and can easily be made vegan by skipping the butter. Give these shirataki noodles a try. You might just discover a new favorite way to enjoy noodles. They're fun to make, endlessly customizable, and sure to impress anyone at your table. Ready for the next pasta adventure? There's a whole world of healthy, delicious noodle dishes waiting to be explored. Time for lentil pasta with fresh tomato and spinach. Comfort food made healthy. Boil red lentil pasta, done in about 7-8 minutes. In another pan, gently sauté sliced garlic in olive oil, then add chopped ripe tomatoes. Season with salt and a pinch of dried oregano. Let the tomatoes break down into a chunky sauce. Save some pasta water before draining. Add cooked pasta to the sauce, then pile in a big handful of fresh spinach. Cover for 30 seconds to wilt the spinach, then toss everything together. Use reserved pasta water to create a glossy, luscious sauce. Finish with torn basil and a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil. This dish is vibrant, high in protein, and totally satisfying. It's a 10-minute meal that's as nourishing as it is delicious. Let's finish strong with our final recipe. Last up, whole wheat penne with roasted veggies, a hearty, colorful classic. Boil whole wheat penne in salted water. Meanwhile, dice bell peppers, courgette, and red onions small for quick cooking. Sauté veggies in a hot pan with olive oil until charred and softened. Add crushed garlic and smoked paprika for depth and aroma. Stir in a can of chopped tomatoes, letting everything bubble and meld. Season well, then add drained penne and a splash of pasta water to bring it all together. Toss until the sauce clings to every piece of pasta. Finish with fresh parsley or a sprinkle of cheese if you like. This bowl is robust, filling, and packed with fiber and nutrients. It's comfort food that's good for you. No oven required. 5 pastas, 5 ways, healthy, quick, and full of flavor. Let's wrap it up. There you have it. 5 healthy, super quick vegetarian pastas, all ready in 10 minutes. From zesty zoodles to hearty whole wheat penne, eating well can be easy and exciting. Try these recipes and let us know your favorite in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for more SlimSync healthy recipes. Thanks for watching, take care, and happy cooking. See you next time.